right. Now let's been right.
Tom Weisskopf, this must be great, though, for three world-class players to go at it like this. It's a great feeling, isn't it?
On a course like this, it makes it that much more fun, too, Ben. And these two guys are some of the best that the game's ever produced. And I just feel like, you know, I had my chance, but that was it.
And now the stage is set. This huge gallery in 80-degree weather all over the embankment behind the 18th green. And everyone's attention to center stage for the arrival of Johnny Miller, Tom Weisskopf, and Tom Watson.
Both players had similar lies in the left rough. Watson, one shot back, had to be the aggressor.
Bringing it in right to left. He's on, but way low right of the green.
With the pin tucked back left, Miller was looking to find the right side of the green and hope two putts from there would win it.
Here's the leader. Be right. He's got to go right. He's going right.
Miller nursing a one-shot lead on PGA Tour Classic.
A gigantic audience, like Christmas ribbon, slowly winding its way through the trees, washing up against the embankment behind the 18th green. You talk about a stage. Look at the audience for the stage. Absolutely magnificent turnout and a great finish. It is not over. Just south of us in Mexico, they would talk about the bullfights and the moment of truth when the Matador looks over the horns. Right now, both Miller and Watson are looking over the horns, and so far, Miller is leading by one shot. However, he is off the green, but Watson is not exactly close. He's a good 70 feet away, at least.
Miller's chip now is a good technique that he'll use. He will take a low iron and not a wedge or a 9-iron. The ball will roll, and all he's thinking about is one thing: how can I get this down in two?
He's about 85 feet away, maybe a little more than that. We had here, would you believe, at Riviera, the last playoff, the two great gods of golf, Sam Snead and Ben Hogan. And just the thought of that raises the hackles. And now it'll be Tom Watson marching, I would guess, 70 feet or more.
Well, Miller had about, I'd say he had over about 100 feet.
Measurements we have of the green, if you added 82 and maybe about 6 feet off, so you'd make Miller 88 feet away from the flagstick. And again, relying on those measurements, we would say that Watson is a good 70 feet from the flagstick, and this crowd is just going wild.
Watson, don't forget one thing. I mean, even though that Miller looks like he's got a little shaky par on the way out there, Watson also has to get this down in two. If he ever made it, I think they'd go into shock. I think he'd win.
Well, there's a look at the putting technique of Tom Watson.
That's got to go. That was right in the middle, Vinny.
Just short. Well, you talk about white knuckle time.
It had been 32 years since a playoff decided a champion at Riviera, but if Miller can find the back of the cup for par, he will have successfully defended his LA Open title at Riviera, the only player to do so since Ben Hogan in 1948.
No chance.
Well, that silence is excruciating, and you can tell by Miller's face that the emotion washed over him. Now, again, Watson has the golden opportunity. It doesn't usually come to you. And he's had it on consecutive holes. Watson let it get away at 17, and he has been given a second opportunity at 18 to Johnny Miller.
This is where it all boils down to. And this, sure, it's not long. You can make them for fun, but this is where it counts. And this is not an easy putt for the circumstances of playoff, everything going.
And again, listen to the silence.
On to sudden death. On the first extra hole, Miller was safely on in regulation at 15. Watson from the bunker hitting his third.
Tom Watson. Deep bunker, downhill to the hole. Oh, that's a good shot. Well, he's left himself 4.5 feet. But Johnny Miller is in the driving seat with a birdie putt from 18 feet with a little right to left swing.
Watson, I hated playing with Watson. I mean, Watson, I felt like I hit it inside him almost every hole. I was a better ball striker, but that guy could just score. I mean, he just score. I mean, he was a magic player.
Miller again with another chance to put Watson away.
Oh, it just took a cruel little hop about a foot from the hole that just stopped it. Yes, he's exactly right. It did bobble. I think he would have had it otherwise. So par 4 for Johnny Miller. And can the iron will of Tom Watson conjure this one into the hole? He's got it. And so they will go to the dangerous little par 3 16th hole.